Good morning. I want to share a truth with you today from the life of Joseph. Before I do that, I'd love to give a shout out to my Wednesday night Fullness kids. I miss you, I love you, and I miss sharing God's Word with you. And a second shout out to the women who are participating in the online Bible study with me. Thank you so much. I am enjoying taking this journey with you. In fact, the truth I want to share with you today is taken from that Bible study. The study is from a book called Finding God Faithful by Kelly Minter, and this has been a timely study. Like Joseph, we have found ourselves in something we didn't plan for and something that we're not even desiring right now. This pandemic has tested all of our faith in different ways, but hopefully, like Joseph, we are finding God faithful in the midst of it. Joseph's story, found in the book of Genesis, is the story of redemption. In spite of Joseph's family issues, and he had so many issues in his family, favoritism and hatred and poor parenting and sibling rivalry, God's promise to Abraham prior to this for a certain piece of land and for many descendants was still going to happen. And the author uses a good illustration to describe this inconsistency between God's promise to Abraham and the direction that it looked like Joseph's family was heading. If you think about the game of checkers, and if you think about the game of chess, the game of checkers is a relatively easy game to play. It doesn't require a lot of forethought. You can understand it easily, whereas game of chess is a lot more complicated. And similarly, in our lives, the way that the game of checkers is often filled with a lot of reactionary and unrelated moves, so are the choices that we make in our everyday lives. God, on the other hand, is playing chess. And this is a game that requires patience and foresight. And as such, God is writing a redemption story in each of our lives, a story that ultimately points to Jesus in his larger redemption story, a story that we can choose to participate in. So I want you to be encouraged today. In spite of our often poor checker-like moves, God is at work to redeem our stories, to redeem our lives when we put our faith in him in spite of our circumstances. And I encourage you today to put your faith in God's redemptive power for your life. And finally, Joseph's life was marked with a series of faithful choices that moved him forward in God's plan. And our daily choices too matter. No matter how small they are, they can move us forward to a faithful finish, just like Joseph.